Lesson 5. I am never upset for the reason I think. This idea, like the preceding one, can be used with any person, situation, or event you think is causing you pain. Apply it specifically to whatever you believe is the cause of your upset, using the description of the feeling in whatever term seems accurate to you. The upset may seem to be fear, worry, depression, anxiety, anger, hatred, jealousy, or any number of forms, all of which will be perceived as different. This is not true. However, until you learn that form does not matter, each form becomes a proper subject for the exercises for the day. Applying the same idea to each of them separately is the first step in ultimately recognizing they are all the same. When using the idea for today for a specific perceived cause of an upset in any form, use both the name of the form in which you see the upset and the cause which you ascribe to it. For example, I'm not angry at my ex-boyfriend for the reason I think. Insert whatever. I am not afraid of for the reason I think. But again, this should not be substituted for practice periods in which you first search your mind for sources of upset in which you believe and forms of upset which you think result. In these exercises, more than in the preceding ones, you may find it hard to be indiscriminate and to avoid giving greater weight to some subjects than to others. It might help to precede the exercises with the statement, there are no small upsets. They are all equally disturbing to my peace of mind. Then examine your mind for whatever is distressing you, regardless of how much or how little you think it is doing so. You may also find yourself less willing to apply today's idea to some perceived sources of upset than to others. If this occurs, think first of this. I cannot keep this form of upset and let the others go. For the purposes of these exercises, then, I will regard them all the same. Then search your mind for no more than a minute or so and try to identify a number of different forms of upset that are disturbing you, regardless of the relative importance you may give them. Apply the idea today for each of them, using the name of both the source of the upset as you perceive it and of the feeling as you experience it. Further examples are, I am not worried about for the reason I think. I am not depressed about for the reason I think. 3 or 4 times during the day is enough. Upsetting thoughts come up in our human experience. That's just the nature of this world. But we are trying to be more aware and to look at the thoughts that cross our mind. What is the quality of those thoughts? What's the energy behind them? Is it love or fear? And that's what the course is aiming to teach us, how to train our mind to shift from the worldly fear-based thought system and then to think with the mind of God, with the mind of love. He says in the course, you are not required to have no thoughts that are not pure. You are merely required to have none that you would keep. He says in the course that discomfort or upset is aroused to bring to your awareness the need for correction. So upsetting thoughts are messengers. It's like negative emotion in the body. Negative thoughts, upsetting thoughts that can manifest in the body as well are notifications that something needs to be looked at. There's a thought there that needs to be looked at. I'm never upset for the reason I think. So what's the higher wisdom behind this? Something needs to be looked at and cleaned up there, because the upsetting thought and maybe layers of thought beneath that will block the miracle. Whatever the form of upset, it's never for the reason you think. So our goal is to, one, notice that we're upset. It says some mind searching, see what pops up, whatever's at the forefront of your mind, that's it. That's your work. Two, look at it, question it. I'm never upset for the reason I think. Do what it says in the exercise and say, dear God, I want to see this differently. Show me how to see this differently. Show me what I need to know. And it's important to be open, to be curious, to be like a little child who knows they don't know, that you're teachable. And as it said in lesson 1, to have a perfectly open mind, to be available to higher wisdom and miracles as a result. It says that, remember, there are no small upsets. They are all equally disturbing to your peace of mind. Amen. They are all equally disturbing. But also, likewise, hear me when I say this, there is no order of difficulty in miracles either. So keep this one in your back pocket, ready to go. This is one you're going to come back to over and over again. I am never upset for the reason I think. See you tomorrow.